Good afternoon or good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, shall we start? Am I audible? Connection stable or no? Okay. So anyone from outside Kerala? Any normal Alice? Okay. Okay, so we'll continue with English, no problem. Okay. So I hope every one of you are attended the previous two sessions of theory of limbs, haven't you? Okay, hope it was useful, right? Okay, how's the test? How's the test? How's the test? See, the test was largely framed on the basis of the discussion we had uh, on the previous day. Okay, so those who found the content similar to the discussion we had it yesterday, the test was quite easy, I think. Okay. Okay, so we'll start discussing the questions. Okay. Okay, so let me share the screen. Okay, are you able to see this? Are you able to see this? Okay. Okay, good. So let me start it. Okay. See, so let me start from question number one. Please have a look into question number one. The question was regarding National Tiger Conservation Authority. Okay, question was regarding National Tiger Conservation Authority, and and okay. So if I think everyone of you had got the content that we prepared and shared in the Telegram channel. So PDF will be shared in the Telegram channel once we discussed it. Okay, so those who had gone through that PDF which we had shared in the group would be able to solve these questions. Okay, because those PDFs, those content will be what content is made actually using the framework which we discussed last day. Okay, so let me start the discussion. National Tiger Conservation Authority use the framework, use the logics which we had discussed yesterday. Okay, so National Tiger Conservation Authority is constituted under the Biodiversity Act of 2002. No, National Tiger Conservation Authority. It was constituted according to Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and Wildlife Protection Act 1972 got an amendment in 2006. Okay, so that's a fact associated with it. NTCA was established using an amendment to Wildlife Protection Act in 2006, which makes the first statement wrong. Then, what about the other two statements? Statement 2 is obvious correct. Okay, if one is wrong, statement 2 is obvious correct. Not that Union Minister of Environment is the chairman of NTCA. And according to the latest tiger census report, Madhya Pradesh has the maximum number of tiger in the list for tiger in India. Okay, so think about the framework. Think about the framework. Framework had that current affair part. Okay, so the third statement is from current affair part. So Madhya Pradesh has the largest number of tigers in India. Okay, slightly 2 more than Karnataka. Okay, so here answer is 2 and 3. Okay, so first one answer is 2 and 3. Option B is the correct answer. And which of the following statements are correct regarding National Solar Mission? National Solar Mission. Which of the statements are correct? The mission sets a target of achieving 40% of India's total electricity generation from solar energy by 2022. Is that the statement correct? Is it correct? So out of total electricity generation in India by 2022, 40% should be from solar energy. It is literally not possible. Okay, that's a very big number. And those who know the fundamentals regarding National Solar Mission, 40% energy should be achieved, okay, from all the renewable energy sources, not from solar mission. Okay, 40% from all the renewable energy sources, not from solar mission, and that is not by 2022. 2022 is a short time frame. 2 years from now, it is not possible. So that was the logic applied here. Okay, check for the year. It is too close to be achieved, 40% by 2022. And what about the next two statements? It focuses on both the rooftop solar electricity generation and grid connected solar projects. So 2 is obvious correct, no problem with it. The mission aims to provide capital subsidy to promote solar capacity addition in the country. See, third statement is a very positive one, very general one, which will anyway help the program to implement, okay, or program to accelerate. So 3, take the statement 3 as a very general one, very positive one. It does not cause any harm to the program. So 2 and 3 are correct. C is the correct answer here. Getting it? And as per Biomedical Waste Management Amendment Rule 2018, yesterday I told you, right? Biomedical Waste Management Rule should be noted down because it can be asked this year. Please note Biomedical Waste Management Amendment Rule. Have a look into it. It can be asked. It's a very high priority question. Okay. See, rather than finding the correct options first, go for the incorrect options first, which will able to eliminate the wrong answer. Go for the incorrect one. So what about the third statement? What about the third statement? Waste generators has to segregate biomedical waste into 10 categories at source. Waste generators has to segregate biomedical waste into 10 categories at source. Okay, see, we are boasting of ease of doing business, good governance. Okay, so that kind of concept. See, segregating waste into 10 different categories will actually complicate things, right? Okay, so biomedical waste into 10 categories at categorizes into 10 different sources will complicate the things. So our aim is to make process as easy as possible. Okay, as easy as possible. Am I audible to all? Am I audible to all? Am I audible to all now? Okay, am I audible to all? Okay. Okay. So third statement is wrong here. Waste generators has to segregate biomedical waste into 10 categories, which is 10 is a last number. Okay. Now that's a current affair actually. Now this 10 has been reduced into 4. Okay, 10 has been reduced into 4. Okay, that's a fact you have to get. Okay, earlier it was 10. So for the sake of ease of doing business, for the sake of good governance, the number 10 has been reduced into 4 this year. That is the case with the amendment. So 3 can be eliminated. If you eliminate 3, you get the answer as C, 1, 2, 4. Okay, you get the answer as 1, 2, 4. Got it? So 3 can be eliminated. You got the concept of question number 3? Am I clear to you? Am I clear to you? Question number 3. How to eliminate the third statement? Okay, question is to find the incorrect. Okay, good. Okay, I didn't notice it. Question is to find incorrect. So third statement is incorrect. Okay, so third one is incorrect. Okay, I just noticed it. Third one is incorrect. Then go for other options. Go for the other. Okay, I think, is there any problem in the option? Is there any problem in the option 10? Question was to find the incorrect statement. Okay, so I think it was a mistake from the makers of the question. Okay, question was meant to be correct. Question was meant to be correct options. Okay, all other 3 statements are correct. Okay, So make sure that the question was about finding the correct statement, not about incorrect statement. So make sure that all other statements are correct. Okay, all other statements are correct. Exactly. All other statements are correct except three. So question was about finding correct statement. Then fourth question. In India, habitat rights of particularly vulnerable tribal groups are recognized under. Habitat rights, particularly vulnerable tribal groups are recognized under. Yeah, answer me. That's a very simple question. That's a straight away question. Forest Right Act. Forest Right Act. Okay, C is the correct answer. Habitat right, forest right. Okay, tribes, forest rights. All these keywords can be connected and answer can be Forest Right Act. Fourth one, C is the correct answer. Then fifth one is a current affair. Please go through the India State of Forest Report highlights. It is very important for this year's prelims. Please go through the highlights of India State of Forest Report. Highlights, only highlights. Okay, please go through it. It can be asked. Many of the fact can be asked from India State of Forest Report. Please go through it. It's highly important. Total forest cover in India is consistently decreasing over the past decade. See, consistently decreasing over the past decade. In fact, the reverse is the true. Okay, total forest cover in India is actually increasing over the past decade. Okay, total forest cover in India is consistently increasing over the past decade. That is correct. From 2011 to 2019, forest cover in India actually increased. Okay, forest cover, yeah, it's consistently, even though it is consistently there, that statement is correct. According to Forest Survey of India, from 2011 to 2019, total forest cover in India is consistently increasing. Not consistently means not at the consistent rate. Okay, consistent rate is different. Consistent increase is different. Some other thing. Okay, forest cover is consistently increasing, but not at a consistently rate. That is different. Okay, please understand that. And the definition of total forest cover does not include mangroves. The definition of total forest cover does not include mangroves. Okay, Forest Survey of India clearly explains that forest cover in India also include mangroves. Forest cover also include mangroves. Okay, Forest Survey of India correctly explains it. Okay, so mangroves are the part of mangroves are part of forest cover earlier as before. Okay, earlier also mangroves was part of total forest cover. And please note that mangroves as a percentage of total forest cover or total land in India accounts 0.15 percentage. 0.15 percentage. Okay, that's a number, 0.15 percentage. I'll clear all the doubts at the end of the session. If you have. Okay, first you listen to the explanation. Okay, so total forest cover include mangroves and it accounts to 0.15 percentage of total land area. Okay, then which among the following is or are true with respect to Wildlife Protection Act 1972? Vermin are listed in the Schedule 5 of the Act. Yes, of course. There are 6 schedules in the Wildlife Protection Act, and under Schedule 5, vermins are listed, which is correct. Okay, so 1 is correct. And what about statement 2? No animals have so far been included in Schedule 5. Is that a rotten tomato? No animals have so far been included in the Schedule 5. That's a very, very absolute statement. That's a rotten tomato that can be eliminated. 2 can be eliminated. You'll get answer. And important takeaway you have to get is state government doesn't have the power to declare an animal as vermin. It's up to central government. Okay, it's up to central government. Okay, only state government, only central government has the power to declare a animal as vermin. Okay, that's a insight you have to get from this question. Getting it? And seventh one. Consider the following statements regarding National Green Tribunal Act. It is responsible for approval of genetically engineered crops in India. NGT has the power to resolve dispute coming under Wildlife Protection Act. Which of these statements are not correct? That's a question. See, if anyone know the basic concept of National Green Tribunal, if anyone knows the basic concept of Genetical Engineering Appraisal Committee, can know that first statement is wrong. Okay, in India, Genetic Engineering Approval Committee, Appraisal Committee, established on the base of Environment Protection Act 1986, is responsible for approval of genetically engineered crops in India. So National Green Tribunal, it's a tribunal. It has nothing to do with the approval. Use that logic. That's a tribunal. It's only for adjudicating dispute. Use your common sense. National Green Tribunal is a kind of court. So court is not for approving anything. It's for adjudicating the dispute. Use that logic. Okay. NGT has the power to resolve dispute coming under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. In fact, NGT's jurisdiction does not extend to Wildlife Protection Act. Okay. NGT's jurisdiction does not extend to Wildlife Protection Act. It has 9 different acts under its jurisdiction. Okay, it has 9 different acts under its jurisdiction. So please check the list of that 9 acts under NGT's jurisdiction, and Wildlife Protection Act is not under this jurisdiction. That's an important fact. Please note it. Okay, Wildlife Protection Act is not under this jurisdiction. Both the statements are incorrect. Okay, please note these facts. These are important. Okay, these are important with respect to the act. And each of these facts are there in the handout. Okay, handout which we shared in the group. Each of these handouts are there. Okay, please check for the handout. And consider the following statement related to protected area networks in India. Again, state governments can declare a forest area as wildlife sanctuary. State government can declare a forest area as wildlife sanctuary. It is can. Can means possibility enhancer. Okay. Think about the federal nature of India. Think about the federal polity of India. Central government and state government has powers. Okay, in their respective field. Okay. And what is wildlife? Wildlife is within the concurrent list. Okay, forest and wildlife is within the concurrent list. Both state government and central government can take decisions. Okay, that means that state governments will have the power. Okay, they can also declare areas wildlife sanctuary. Okay, and grazing of livestock is allowed in the core areas of tiger reserve. So first statement is correct. What about grazing of livestock is allowed in the core areas of tiger reserve? Anyone who knows the basics of core and buffer zone will be able to eliminate this statement. Core area means utmost importance. Okay, core area means areas having that much importance. There is no activity which is permitted in core areas of tiger reserves. Okay, if you want to do any kind of activity, do it in the buffer zone or do it in the ecologically sensitive zone, not in the core areas. Getting it? So only first statement is correct. Okay, so these are all word plays. Okay, core areas. Read the term core area. It is core because of it has high importance. Okay, it is core area because of it need to be protected well. That's why it's a core area. Getting it? So statement 2 can be eliminated. 8-1 is the correct answer. Then 9th one. Which one of the following is true regarding Biological Diversity Act 2002? Biodiversity Act 2002. See, this question was framed on the basis of Ramsar. A question was there in 2019 UPSC paper regarding Ramsar Convention and Wetland Management Rule. Okay, if you have practiced 2019 question paper, you came to know that there was a question like this. Okay, so waste management, wetland management rule in India was framed according to Ramsar Convention. So just like that, we had CBD, Convention on Biodiversity, in 1992, and after 10 years in India, we formed what? We framed here the Biodiversity Act 2002, based on which National Biodiversity Authority, etc., was formed. Getting it? And first statement is correct. And first statement is correct. What about the third statement? First statement is correct. What about the third statement? Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. It was appraisal committee was established according to the provisions of this act. Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee was established according to the provisions of the act. As we discussed earlier, it is not. Okay, it was based on Environment Protection Act. So statement C and statement D can be, options C and D can be eliminated. What about option 2? That's a fact you have to get. Okay, that's a fact you have to get. Okay, if you don't know the fact, if you don't know that thing, please note that that statement is important, because it can be solved also using the principles of conservation, conventional biodiversity. Conventional biodiversity had a third component. Okay, what is the third component? Access and benefit sharing of biological resources. Okay, access and benefit sharing of biological resources. That's a third component of Biodiversity Act. Okay, this second statement is in parallel with the third component of biodiversity, what Convention on Biodiversity. Okay, Nagoya Protocol on Access and Benefit Sharing says that biological benefits should be shared and protected. Okay, traditional information and knowledge should be protected and shared for the benefit of all. Okay, so the second statement is in line with the third component of Convention on Biodiversity. It explains about the importance of local bodies. Okay, because anyone who knows the structure of biodiversity or biodiversity administration in India know that on the top of the list we have National Biodiversity Authority, and on the second tier we have State Biodiversity Board, and on the local level we have Biodiversity Management Committees. Okay, let me repeat it once again. On the top of the biodiversity administration in India, we have National Biodiversity Authority, which is the apex authority responsible for all biodiversity related concepts. And on state level, we have SBB, State Biodiversity Board, and below it at a local level, at district level, we have Biodiversity Management Committee, which takes care of the second statement. Okay, so Biodiversity Management Committee, its function is actually this one, second statement. Okay, that is in line with Nagoya Protocol. So please make sure that you have visited, you have gone through Nagoya Protocol and Kyoto Protocol and Cartagena Protocol well. Okay, so these are the international protocols related to biodiversity conservation and global warming. Please make sure that you have gone through it. And 10th one, which of the following are or is or are the intended nationally determined contribution? Where was INDC introduced? Where was INDC introduced? Okay, where was it introduced, INDC? Okay, if you know the history of Paris Convention, Paris Convention. INDC was actually, the concept of INDC was what formed at conventions before Paris Convention, but it came to force in Paris Climate Treaty. Okay, INDC came to force in Paris Climate Treaty. So 10th one, reducing carbon emission intensity by 30 to 35% below 1990 level by 2030, and achieve 100% cumulative electric power installed capacity from non-fossil fuel based energy sources. Creation of additional carbon sinks through afforestation. Can you eliminate any of the statement? Can you eliminate any of the statement? See, is the second statement a rotten tomato? Is the second statement a rotten tomato? Achieve 100% cumulative electric power. See, it is not possible. It is not possible if you take it 2100 or 2200. Okay, it is not possible. Only 40% was the target. So second statement can be eliminated. Now you will get either A or B as the option. Either A or B as the option. Now, which is more correct? Which is more correct? If you don't know the fact, which is more correct? A, 1 or 3? 1 or 3. Okay, creation of additional carbon sinks through afforestation seems to be more logical. Okay, creation of additional carbon sinks through afforestation is more logical. Okay, because even if you don't know the fact regarding statement 1, even if you don't know the fact regarding statement 1, you can eliminate it because statement 3 seems to be more correct. Okay, in fact, the actual statement would be like this. Actual statement would be like this: reducing carbon emission intensity. Okay, that is carbon emission by 30 to 33% at 2005 level, not 1990 level. Okay, 1990 is too low, too way back. Okay, so it's based on the base year is 2005 level. Okay, so 10th one answer is 3 only. C is the correct answer. Okay, 11th one use the possibility enhancer theory. 11th one use the possibility enhancer theory. 11th one, what is your answer? What is your answer? 11th one, possibility enhancer theory. Clean Ganga fund. Ganga should be cleaned. Ganga should be cleaned. Okay, so use statement possibility enhancer theory, you will get answer. Okay, statement consistency. Okay, setting up of, so not statement consistency, but possibility enhancer. Yeah, all have positive impact. That's it. Very good, very good. All have positive impact. So Clean Ganga fund can be used for all these purposes. Okay, so Google it. There is a Clean Ganga fund, and there are some components under this fund. Okay, some activities are there in Clean Ganga fund which can be utilized. Okay, so make sure that you are going through all those activities which are permissible under Clean Ganga Fund. Okay, Google it and study it. This is important. Clean Ganga Fund. Okay, study it. Exactly. Then consider the following statements. This one is important. This one is important. Conservation reserves and community reserves. Conservation reserves and community reserve. Yesterday, when I discussed about bioreserves, I think I mentioned community reserves there. Okay. I asked you what is community reserve. Community reserve is a miniature version of biosphere reserve. Okay. Community reserve is a miniature version of biosphere reserve. Okay. But established using 1972 Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, what is the purpose of having a community reserve? Community reserve, the term itself explains that there should be some community in that particular area. That is the meaning of community reserve. Community reserves, people should be there. Okay, that is why it's a community reserve. So if people should be there, or if people is to be there, they can what? On private land. Okay, community ownership of land. That's it. Sorry, private ownership of land. Okay, that's correct. Statement 2 is correct. And what about conservation reserve? Conservation reserves in India are declared under the provisions of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. That statement is exactly correct. Okay, Wildlife Protection Act 1972 got an amendment in 2002. Okay, Wildlife Protection Act was amended in 2002, which introduced the concept of conservation reserve and community reserve. Okay, amended in 2002 and the provisions came in 2003. Got it? Got it? Okay, then consider the following statements. Okay, then consider the following statements. Ecologically sensitive zones are created for establishing buffer zones around protected areas. See, read the name, ecologically sensitive zone. Ecologically sensitive zone. They have some ecological importance. That is why it is an ecologically sensitive zone, which were declared according to which act? Ecologically sensitive zones were declared according to, not according to Wildlife Protection Act, but by Environment Protection Act 1986. So 3 can be eliminated. If you eliminate 3, 1 and 2 is there. And what about second statement? All kinds of anthropological activities except minor forest produce collection is allowed, not allowed there. Okay, not allowed there. So is that correct? All kinds of human activities, which is a rotten tomato actually. Which is a rotten tomato actually. All kinds of anthropological activities are banned, which is a rotten tomato. You can eliminate statement 2, you'll get answer as what? 1 only. Getting it? This is how you have to reach the answer. Then National Mission for Green India. Yesterday we discussed a similar question. National Mission for Green India. We discussed it yesterday also. What about statement 2? What about statement 2? To support climate adaptation in agriculture. To support climate adaptation in agriculture, which is not a mission under, not an objective under National Mission for Green India, but an objective under National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. Okay, please note that to support climate adaptation in agriculture is not a mission for not an objective under Green India, but an objective under National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. So 2 can be eliminated and statement 1 and 2. Okay, 3 is obvious, correct, right? 1, if you eliminate statement 2, you will get either 1 or 3. And what about statement 3? Expanding forest cover from 23% to 33% of India's territory. Is that a reasonable number? Is that a reasonable percentage? From 23% to 33%. As of now, we have 24%, 24.56%. As of now, we have 24.56%. Now, to increase it by 9% or 10% is not a big deal. Okay, so that's it. That's it. 1 and 3 are correct. 1 and 3 are correct. Option is B. Okay, please do remember it. Okay, that's it. Again, 15th one. It was a previous year UPSC question. 15th one. It was a previous year UPSC question. National Board of Wildlife. National Board of Wildlife established according to the provision of Wildlife Act 1972. Okay, National Board of Wildlife was established according to the provisions of Wildlife Protection Act 1972, which means that's a statutory organization. That's a statutory organization, and it is chaired by the Prime Minister of India. Yes, it is the apex authority which deals with Wildlife and Conservation in India, which is chaired by Prime Minister. Okay, please note that Prime Minister is the chairman of National Board of Wildlife. And who was the chairman of National Tiger Conservation Authority? Who was the chairman of National Tiger Conservation Authority? National Tiger Conservation Authority. Please revise it. Yeah, Minister for Environment. Okay, please note that. Okay, please note that. Again, 16th one, which was an easy question. At least you could have eliminated a single option. What was it? What was it? Carbon dioxide could have been eliminated, right? As I discussed in last class, carbon dioxide cannot be controlled using any method because it's too abundant. So 3 can be eliminated. Now option is either 145 or 1245. Okay, so this is a bit factual. This is a bit factual. So you have to study. You have to study that there are two programs. There are two programs: National Air Quality Monitoring Program and National Ambient Air Quality Standards. Okay, please refer these two programs: National Air Quality Monitoring Program and National Ambient Air Quality Standards. Okay, and these National Air Quality Ambient Air Quality Standard contains all these gases: benzene, benzopyrene, arsenic, nickel, plus some 8 other gases. Okay, answer is C here: benzene, benzopyrene, arsenic, nickel, plus some 8 other gases. Okay, that's a factual data. I'm not going to discuss factual data here. Okay, so go for other gases or go for other. Okay, see, there are two programs. National Air Quality Monitoring Program and National Ambient Air Quality Standards. These two are closely related. These two programs are closely related, and the gases arsenic, nickel, or the chemical arsenic, nickel, benzene, benzopyrene are included. Arsenic, nickel, benzene, benzopyrene are included in NaAQS, plus some other 8 gases. Which one you have to search? Okay, CO2 is too common gas. That is why we cannot control it. CO2 is too abundant. Then consider the following statements regarding central pollution control. Central pollution control, I will take the doubts at last. Okay, Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB. What are the statements which are correct? Okay, CPCB was established under the provision of Environment Protection Act 1986, which is actually wrong. CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board, established using Water Act 1974. Water Act 1974, and Minister of Environment and Forest is the ex officio chairman of CPCB. Just remember that CPCB is only a board, not an apex authority. CPCB is only a board. Okay, a board need not be served by a minister. Okay, that is common sense. It's simply a board, CPCB. So it can be chaired by a officer of IAS rank or any other kind of rank. Okay, so that's it. So 2 can be eliminated, then 1 can be eliminated. Answer is neither 1 nor 2. Okay, that's it. Then 18th one, Animal Welfare Board of India. Animal Welfare Board of India. It gives financial assistance to animal welfare organization. Is there any problem if it gives financial assistance to animal welfare organization? That is normal, right? Okay, these kind of welfare organization can receive grant. Okay, they can receive grant. There is no problem in it. Okay, think like that. Animal Welfare Board of India can give grant, financial assistance. That is possible, legally possible. Okay, that's not, there is not a problem in it. It advises any local authority in the design and maintenance of slaughterhouses. Again, that is one among its function. It can advise local authorities. Okay, but it is an advisory body only, right? It is an advisory body only. It can advise, no problem. Okay, and it is a statutory advisory body function under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. See, that is wrong. That is wrong. This particular organization was established under Prevention of Cruelty Against Animals Act. Okay, and it is not under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It works under Animal Husbandry, Fisheries, and it gives helps to Ministry of Agriculture. It functions under, even though it functions under Ministry of Animal Husbandry, it give advices to many organizations and many ministries. Okay, so that's it. 18th one, third statement can be eliminated. If you're able to eliminate the third statement, answer is C. Okay, so that is how you have to solve it. Then what about 19th one? 19th one is a what? Very simple question. If you consider the present scenario, coastal regulation, zone regulation, notification 2018, again, check the concept of ease of doing business, good governance. Check the concept of ease of doing business, good governance. Okay, good governance. These concepts can be thought to answer this question. Tourism infrastructure for basic amenities to be banned in CRZ 3 areas. See, CRZ 3 is way behind the critical areas. Okay, CRZ 3 is way behind CRZ 1. Tourism infrastructure and basic amenities is allowed, not banned. Is allowed, not banned. And 500 meters from high tide line. So imagine a shore, imagine a beach, and 500 meters from the beach. There can be no developments in that 500 meters. Is that possible? From a beach, from the high tide line, 500 meters, you cannot build any developmental activities. Is that possible? It is not possible according to present that. It was 500 meters earlier. Later in 2016, there was a committee known as Sailesh Nayak Committee, and it got reduced into 500 to 100. Okay, 500 to 100. So neither is the answer. Got it? Then India Cooling Action Plan. India Cooling Action Plan. Even though it is not a major topic in environment, even though it was a current affair in 2018, I use this question here because you can solve it using logic. You can solve it using logic. Okay, what is the logic here? Third statement can be eliminated, right? India Cooling Action Plan. Even though if you don't know about the program, even though if you don't know about the program, what is India Cooling Action Plan? Go for the third one. India will achieve zero carbon emission from refrigeration and air conditioning sector. Is it possible? Achieve zero carbon emission? It can maximum reduce carbon emission, not to eliminate it. Okay, it can reduce carbon emission, not to eliminate it. Exactly. Okay, so that is regarding the 20th one. Then 21st one can be a factual question this time. Because a pollution question from a kind of pollution is expected every year. So this is one thing I forgot to discuss yesterday. So this can be given as a suggestion. Radioactive waste is managed according to Atomic Energy Act 1962. Those who don't know the option, answer, please note it. It is based on Atomic Energy Act 1962. Later the act got amended. Okay, later the act got amended. Okay, so 20th one, I'm repeating, 20th one, 3 is eliminated. Option A is correct. And 21st one, answer is B. That's a factual one. Then 22nd one, how does National Biodiversity Authority help in protecting the Indian agriculture? Okay, that's a very general question, right? That's a very general question. What about statement 2? Can we eliminate it? Statement 2. NBA directly monitors and supervises the scientific research on genetic modification of croplands. Is it correct? Is that the purpose of National Biodiversity Authority? No, that's an apex authority. It does not directly monitors. Okay, we have what? GEAC for monitoring that purpose. Okay, so we have GEAC for that purpose. So 2 can be eliminated. And we have 2 more options, A or C. What about third one? Application of intellectual property rights related to genetic resources or biological resources cannot be made without the approval of NBA, which is actually correct. That is one of its functions. Third statement is correct. So answer is C. 22nd one, C is the correct answer. See, those people who find it difficult to answer these kind of questions, please don't worry. Keep practicing using this handout and using this test. Okay, practicing will help you to make it more correct. Okay, you guys only try to bring that techniques into these questions. Okay, only those insight which I discussed in last 2 days, please try to bring those concepts into these questions. Okay, that is the only aim of this practice test. Okay, and this one, National Adaptation Fund in India is managed by National Adaptation Fund. Those who know the fundamentals of carbon trading in India can answer this question. National Adaptation Fund. It is managed by NABARD. Okay, it is adapted by NABARD. It is controlled by NABARD. Okay. National Adaptation Fund. It is controlled by NABARD. 23rd one. Okay. So these are all fundamentals. These are all fundamentals. At 24th one is an interesting question. 24th one is an interesting question. The concept of reserved forest was introduced in India through Forest Conservation Act. Introduced in India through Forest Conservation Act. Is that correct, the first statement? Is that correct? See, the concept was introduced. Okay. So it can be introduced way behind, not in 1980. 1980 is too late. Okay, 1980 is too late. It can be introduced way behind. In fact, the concept was introduced in 1927 Forest Act. 1927 Forest Act. Okay, the concept was introduced in 1927 Forest Act, and critical wildlife habitat are recognized under the provisions of Forest Right Act, which is correct as we discussed last day. Okay, so critical wildlife habitat are recognized under 2006 Forest Act. Okay, this is important. Concept of reserved forest, concept of protected forest, these are introduced by Forest Act 1927. Okay, and last one, 25th one, National River Conservation Plan. This is a current affair. National River Conservation Plan. Okay, so identify one rotten tomato there. Identify one rotten tomato there. It aims for pollution abatement of all the Himalayan rivers and their tributaries. Okay, it is rotten tomato. Yes, exactly. Statement 2 is rotten tomato here. Okay, so statement 2 can be eliminated. Now option A and option C is there. Okay, see, for more details about the program, please read it. Any material, don't worry. It is actually meant for pollution abatement of rivers other than Ganga and its tributaries. Okay, for Ganga and tributaries, we have separate plan, but this National River Conservation Plan is meant for protecting pollution, abatement of pollution of all the rivers or all other rivers except other than Ganga and its tributary. Okay, so 2 can be eliminated, and statement 1 and statement 2. Ministry of Jal Shakti is obvious correct, and third statement is a very general one. Okay, third statement is a very general one, which can actually conserve the river biodiversity. So third statement is correct. Got it? So 1 and 3 is the correct answer. Getting it? So this is how we can solve these questions. Okay, so let me see you all. Okay, so this was the question. These were the questions. Many of the questions were based on the concepts which we discussed in last class. Okay, so now I'll take your doubts. Some of the doubt. Okay, can you please check question number 3? Let me check it. Okay, let me check it. Question number 3. Yeah, question number 3. Operators of common biometric incorrect. Read that as correct. Okay, read that as correct. Operators of common biomedical waste treatment and disposal facilities are mandated to establish barcoding and global positioning system for handling biomedical waste. Exactly, that is correct. That was under recent amendment. Biomedical waste generators, including hospitals and healthcare facilities, have to phase out chlorinated face bag. That is again under recent amendment. Okay, phasing out chlorinated plastic bags is an objective under the latest amendment. Okay, and waste generators has to segregate biomedical waste into 10 categories. It was the category. It was a criteria. Okay, prior to 2018 amendment, waste generators had to categorize into 10 different categories. Now the act got amended. Now the number of categories has been reduced to 4. Okay, now the number of categories have reduced to 4. Okay, third statement is incorrect, and the rules shall not apply to those persons who generate waste covered under municipal solid waste rule. That statement is also correct. Okay, that's it. Any other doubt? Then, so for reducing the area of wildlife sanctuary or national park, some sources say state can do by a resolution in SLA. Then what is the role of NPWL? Okay, this is a good question. Okay, all please listen to this doubt for reducing the area of wildlife sanctuaries and national park. Okay, so even though in paper the procedure lies like this, in practical it is not like that. Okay, suppose if a state want to reduce or alter the boundary of a national park or a wildlife sanctuary, it need to discuss that thing with Chief Wildlife Warden. Okay, in state the apex authority is Chief Wildlife Warden, and Chief Wildlife Warden will convey this message to National Board for Wildlife. Okay, Chief Wildlife Warden will discuss this with National Board for Wildlife, and National Board for Wildlife will approve. If it want to approve, they will approve the decision, and it will convey the message back to Chief Wildlife Warden. And finally, Chief Wildlife Warden will give permission to state legislator to change the boundary of wildlife sanctuary. And if it obtains permission from Chief Wildlife Warden, state government can pass a resolution. This is important, not a legislation, but a resolution. Okay, this has to be noted. State government can change the boundary of wildlife sanctuary by a resolution, not by a legislation. This should be noted. Okay, so this is how the procedure goes. Okay, from state to Chief Wildlife Warden, from Chief Wildlife Warden to National Board for Wildlife. Then the process reverses. Okay, finally, state legislator can pass a resolution, not a legislation. Getting it? So this was it. And forest under, what do you mean by that? I don't get your doubt. Okay, then can you explain question number 22? Okay, let me check it. Question number 22. Question number 22. Okay, see, that is NPA. NPA, you can eliminate statement 2. Okay, it is not the function of NPA. Okay, that is the function of GEAC. NPA directly monitors and supervises the scientific research. That is wrong. Statement 2 can be eliminated. And statement 3 is one among the objective. Statement 3 is one among the objective of NPA. That is correct. Got it? So 1 and 3 are correct. And question number 20. Question number 20. Again, question number 20. What is question number 20? Question number 20 is not important this year. That was a current affair. Question number 20 was a current affair last time. I only put that question to you to practice the third statement. Okay, to practice the theory of pullings technique. India will achieve zero carbon emission. That was only the purpose. If you are able to eliminate the third statement, you are correct. You are making it correct. Okay, India Cooling Action Plan. That was a current affair last year. And again, question number 7. Question number 7. Those who ask question number 7, let me check it and say. Question number 7. Yes, National Green Tribunal. See, National Green Tribunal, that's an area you have to refer. It is responsible for approval of genetically engineered crops in India, which is absolutely incorrect. NGT is not responsible for that. Only think like this. NGT is a tribunal. It stands for adjudicating disputes, not for approving anything. Getting it? So you can eliminate that option. Then NGT has the power to resolve dispute coming under the Wildlife Protection Act. See, that thing demands a factual knowledge. NGT has jurisdiction under 9 different laws. Okay, and that 9 different laws, within that list, there is no Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, so you have to refer that jurisdiction of NGT. Just Google like it. Jurisdiction of NGT extends to which of the following acts? Okay, just Google it, you will get a list. Okay, study it. GPS for handling biomedical waste. Hard to believe. I cannot do anything with that because even public distribution system has got GPS system. Okay, public distribution system in Chandigarh, Chhattisgarh has got GPS. Then why can't biomedical waste? Getting it? See, those who missed the last 2 classes, recordings will be videos will be uploaded in the YouTube. Okay, but I'm not about sure about the timings. It will be uploaded. Okay, no alteration without the recommendations of NBWL, which is correct. No alteration to wildlife sanctuary or national park can be made without the recommendation of NBWL. NBWL is the apex authority. Okay, then radioactive waste disposal is only in Atomic Act. Yes, radioactive waste disposal is handled by Atomic Act because that is separately dealt with, because the radioactive waste is a separate category of waste, that is hazardous. Okay, it should be what dealt with Atomic Act. Getting it? Funds and organization related to it as like in question number 23. Question number 23. Let me check question number 23. What do you need? Question number 23. National Adaptation Fund in India managed by NABARD. Okay, you need more funding mechanism like this. I'll give a list. Okay, I'll share a list in the Telegram channel. There are many funding mechanisms in India and around the world. I'll give a list. Okay, recovering 6 million hectares, that's actually correct. Then, so the procedure which you just explained regarding changing areas related to wildlife sanctuary or national park, it is applicable to both. It is applicable to both. Okay, Wildlife Protection Act, who has jurisdiction? Who has jurisdiction? See, normally courts are there, okay, not NGT. Supreme Court, High Court, they can deal with it because that's an act, judicious act-based organization. Forest Act 1980 gives power to state government to fell trees. How does it give more power to sender even after transferring forest from state list? I'm not getting a question. Forest Act 1980 gives more power to state government to fell trees. How does it give more power to sender even after transferring forest from state list? I'm not getting a question. Okay. Question number 20. Question number 20. India Cooling Action Plan, I think I've already explained it. Which is the best magazine for MIT, Ministry of, what is MIT? I don't know MIT. What is it? Okay. So that's it. Where can we read all the amended provisions for all the waste management rules for 2018? See, that's a good question. That's a good question. That one I had to explain. Okay. See, Down to Earth is a good source for this amendment rule. Okay, you just search that. Search like this: plastic waste management amendment rule 2018 Down to Earth. You will get a link. They explain it beautifully. Biomedical waste management amendment rule 2018 Down to Earth. They have prepared a lecture on based on those amendment. We'll get an excellent article. Okay, Down to Earth is a better source for that. Okay, these waste management rule amendment, they have prepared some excellent articles based on that amendment. Okay. Things should be noted in forest survey. Exactly, that's a good question. Things should be noted in forest survey. That I'll explain. So you have to note state's order, okay, based on forest cover, based on total forest cover, and based on percentage forest cover. That should be noted. And Forest Survey of India has classified Indian forest under different headings: open forest, moderately dense forest, very dense forest. Okay, they have classified forest like this. So make sure that you are covering the type of forest. Okay, on what terms the forests are classified, and what is the percentage of different forest areas in India. These kind of things should be noted. State order of state based on total forest area and percentage of total area, and type of forest based on canopy density. That is densely, moderately dense forest, very densely forest, open forest, shrubs, things like that should be noted. Okay, these are the things should be noted in forest survey. Okay. How is a region declared as a forest and by whom? See, there is something called deemed forest, reserve forest, protected forest. These are done by forest authorities, Ministry of Forest in respective states. Okay, there are legislation with it. India Cooling Action Plan, Montreal greenhouse gas related. It is a different independent plan. It has nothing to do with Montreal. Okay, that's a different plan. Okay, that's a plan related by an independent countries, not related to Montreal or greenhouse gas conventions. Which is the best magazine or study material for M&D? I don't know what is M&D. Please explain it. Okay. Sir, upload answer key for revision. I'll upload the answer key. I'll upload the PDF. Okay. So make sure that tomorrow's test is connected with what? I think whatever tomorrow's test. What is tomorrow's syllabus? Okay, PAN. Okay, make sure that I'll try to upload the document. I mean, handout as soon as possible. It is under preparation. Once it's completed, I'll upload in the channel. Okay. So make sure that you're revising it and do the test. Okay. That's which is the best magazine or study material for me. Okay, for me, I don't want to answer this question. Okay, please. So it's already 5:55. I think there is no more queries. Okay. So that's it. So see you tomorrow. So practice using these tests. Okay. Revise using these tests. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.